People, no. We back. Happy Sunday. Technical difficulties always, but making it move. I can't put them headsets on no more, man. It be hot in here. It be hot. I'm gonna try to pay attention because, yes, ma'am.
Hi. Okay, can
What
you hear
is
me?
up? How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right. How are
I'm
you?
good. You sound good.
I
So
yeah, this weekend was much needed for
yeah.
recovery. I feel pretty good. Feel pretty good. Thank you
Okay,
for
good.
checking in. Thank you for
Oh,
checking.
absolutely, absolutely. Got to make sure because I didn't want you to come on here and can't nobody hear what you're saying.
Totally,
Would have
totally.
been bad. All right. So, other than that, how has your week been? What's been going on with you?
Yeah, it's been pretty good. Busy as usual. It's like second week of classes, so I think people know I'm in graduate school, so just like getting back in the swing of it after having a break, after,
Yeah.
being cozy indoors and now having to travel again.
Okay. Okay. Listen.
Yeah.
Well, since you said that, let me introduce,
Okay.
you good people to welcome to the right mentality, of course. We are having an amazing show today. I was saying earlier, I'm gonna work and play at the same time. So
Yeah.
I got the game on. I'm gonna try not to watch it. I'm
What
gonna pay
game?
attention to you.
Wait, who's playing?
The Eagles and the 49ers right now.
Oh, boo. Nobody cares.
So, I mean, I don't care, but, I gotta care right now, but it is what it is. But welcome to the right mentality, the people this is. Now, I can pronounce your name. Everybody that come on here, I really can't do. But this is Miss Brianna Baker, otherwise known as Dr. Baker, right?
Almost.
Right?
I mean, I
Listen,
appreciate
you gotta claim it before you get
I
it.
would say I'm flattered. I'm gonna roll with it. We can go with we
Hey,
can go
let's
there.
let's roll with it, right? Let's
Okay.
roll with it. So, welcome here, welcome. Now, the right mentality today, we are talking about the revolutionized mindset, right?
Right.
So, a lot of people tend to think that revolution, let me get it,
Okay.
it's
All right. Take
coming.
your time. Take your time.
Revolutionized mindset is like thinking towards the
Mm,
future or thinking of getting away from old things. Now, to me, I don't mind because, of course, we all have to upgrade ourselves at one point in life. We all can't stay 12. Whew, I could go back. We all can't stay at 12, right?
right.
So before we hop into this, let me allow you to introduce yourself to the people. Tell them a little bit about you and who you are.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, my name is Brianna Baker. I go by Bree usually. I'm a third year doctoral student, but still claiming that Dr. Baker
Yes.
title. I am 100% okay with that. Refer to me as you wish. And if it's Dr. Baker, that's great.
Yes, call her Dr. Baker. That's what I'm gonna put in there.
So yeah, I study Black mental health in so many different aspects. Right now, I've been focused on Black women and also focused on the Black family unit. So that's something that is kind of a new development for me, but I'm really, really interested in how we transmit messages of hope and healing from parent to child and also from child to parent. And I think that it's really cool and something I'm starting to explore now.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of the gist of my graduate school career. Outside of that, involved in some other things. I run, I read, I spend time with friends, just trying to be a human in a space that,
Okay.
as a therapist, we're often expected to be non-human in a way. So
Yeah.
I'm really about claiming that humanity.
Yeah. Um, I've been a robot probably for the past 6 months,
Mm.
and this year it's time for a little fun,
Huh.
relaxation. Because when I tell you when I wake up, of course I love doing what I do. I love helping kids, but it's like when that's 24/7 on your mind, it's like, when do I get to relax? When do I get to take this hat off and just chill? So now I got a couple questions for you. Now this first one, it's gonna be a little long-winded, but I just gotta get it to you. I gotta get it to you raw, okay?
I'm here. I'm ready to receive.
All right, Dr. Baker. Now, mental health in the society that we live in today, right? It throws us into thinking the way that they want us to think, do things the way that they want us to do them. But it has consumed us, and we see or hear it differently from others instead of using our own perspectives on certain things. How would you define mental health today?
Ooh, defining mental health. That's a big question.
I got some wine, so I can,
I was about to say, Antonio, I knew you told me, you were like, I throw big questions for you to meditate on. None of this is pre-planned or pre-scripted.
No.
So all right. Mental health, to me, at first I was going to say, it's a state of being that is honestly not always optimal, but optimal for the time. And I mean, because our moods, because our thoughts are going to fluctuate so often.
Yeah.
To be mentally well, I think it means, I don't know, I would say being able to have hope is one thing that I think I would characterize mental health. To be not necessarily happy, but to have hope that you can be happy, even when you're not at this present time.
Okay.
It's really difficult because I don't think that mental health is necessarily the absence of illness. And I don't think that it's necessarily being happy and positive all the time. It's somewhere in this middle ground of being okay with the throes of what comes with life. But being able to handle it in a way that's not destructive.
Okay.
And that's true to yourself. That's all.
Listen, look, you gave me what you could give me, and I appreciate that. So, now, to me, listening to you and hearing what you're saying, let's take it back to when we first started, right? I define mental health as being a human being because we all go through stuff.
Absolutely.
We all have issues, problems, concerns, trials, tribulations, happy days, sad days, all of that. To me, that's what mental health is. And I feel like we don't take the time to actually feel what we feel and process certain things and emotions because it's like, okay, today I'm sad, but I gotta go to work. Okay, you want to talk about it? Nah, I gotta go to work. I just gotta be sad at work. And when you get to work, you have this person, that person. Hey man, what's wrong? What's up? You ain't yourself today. What's up? I'm good. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Not your problem. So then we take that into the community and try to cope with the world that we living in today. And it puts all these, what do you call them? I can't think of the word, but I'm gonna say name tags on us. And you look at me like, I tell people all the time, don't look at my face when I'm talking to you. Because when you look at my face, you could be looking at me and we could be having the most amazing conversation. I could look at you like this. And you'll be like, what's wrong? Nothing, I'm listening to you. Well, you look upset. Don't look at my face. Like, you can look at me, but I would say don't read my face. Don't try to feel what I'm feeling because it's going to be different for me than what you feel. So being human is mental health. Like, we all get sad sometimes. We all be happy. We all need, what do people call them? Mental health days. We all need that, right?
Sure.
Of course. I am an advocate for calling out of work.
Absolutely.
Listen,
you don't have to tell me twice.
Look, I would tell you, me and my friends, we created, I don't know if I should give it out. We don't work there no more. But we created this group a text chat, right? And we call it the scammers.
Okay. Okay.
I was number one. You know, I was a ringleader, right? Okay.
Okay.
Listen, somebody got to lead the pack, and
Okay.
it had to be me.
All right.
So we in there, and it was at the time where I was going through my divorce, and of course, I needed time off of work.
Sure.
Mr. Wright, we can't give it to you. We ain't got enough staff. Oh, okay. Well, I'm telling you, I can't make it today. Well, you got to get here. Okay. Doctor's note.
Yeah.
My client needs some time off. I'm off for 3 days. I get back to work. Right. How you get off, man? We had to work this weekend. Let me holler at you real quick, okay? When you need time off, take time off.
Right.
Don't.
Right.
That job will be there with or without you.
Absolutely.
Because when, Lord forbid, when you dead and gone, I would say not even a week after you pass away, they're already looking for somebody
Absolutely.
else.
Absolutely.
Please, people, take your days.
Yeah.
Call out sick, even if you ain't sick. Like, even if you just take one day just to yourself.
Oh, for real. Yeah.
That's all you need sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why we don't do it, because it's still going to be his.
It is interesting why we don't do it. And I feel like especially for Black folks too, because it's, the expectation that you be there no matter what. Like this past week, as I'm on my deathbed, literally, it's 3 a.m. I'm in the toilet. I'm not going to, go through the details.
Yeah.
But at the same time, why am I having these thoughts of, okay, maybe I can make it to work just a little bit late?
Yo.
And that's not even a mental health. Like, this is legitimate. Like,
I swear.
It's just, and then, you have friends that are like, oh, I take time off all the time. I'm like, why is it so hard for Black folks especially?
And it's,
take this time.
I don't get why we feel like the worst thing is getting in trouble. So, like you said, your mom automatically goes, like, let's say if it's Saturday,
right,
and I'm not feeling good, I'm going to drink the whole bottle of NyQuil. I'm going to take Tylenol. I'm going to drink vitamin C, echinacea. I'm going to take everything I can to feel better, because for one, my mind is going towards, of course, I can't afford to call out. That's number one. I can't afford to call out.
Right.
2, I might get written up. So it is a financial thing, and as well as a mental thing of I might get fired.
Right.
Listen, man, let me explain something to y'all. Okay, the eyebrow is up. It's jobs out here all day, every day. I'm just going to tell you again, I advocate for taking mental health days.
Right,
okay, so when I say revolutionary, it's revolution. We changing our mindset.
Yeah,
we changing our mindset. Now, I would like that. To me, is just getting away from the old things that we used to do, which is being scared or not wanting to. Jobs love to say, "Well, you put more work on the other coworkers."
Oh, sure.
Ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing. I'm sorry, but I got to take care of me. So now, you need. Let me give you this. Although we face our own mental health barriers, right? We all got problems, like I said, issues, concerns. As mental health professionals, how do we recreate what society has told us what we should do to advance our lives?
To advance our lives? Yes. What do you mean by that?
So when I say advance our lives, it could be mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. How can we advance our lives? Because, of course, we always got these get-rich-quick schemes, right? Where people will get on TikTok, YouTube, and all of that. You want to make $8 million a year? Let me show you. Like, it ain't nothing but a bunch of lies. But this is what society puts on us and makes us believe, oh, dang. Well, if you want a positive emotional well-being, let me show you how to drink this drink for good gut health and it can increase
I see.
you know, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So you're asking, how do we get away from that?
Yes.
I mean, I feel like it goes back. So we're talking about this revolutionized mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
it just roll off your tongue. Like it just.
Okay, well, you know what's helpful is you have it, at least on my view of the screen, I see revolutionized mind at the top.
Revolution.
It's just
okay. I got it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna read that. I got you.
I think for us, we just have to create in our minds, like, what does happiness look like for us? What do I want my future to look like for me personally as Bree, or for the generations to follow Bree, or for my family, or for the ones that I care about? Mm-hmm. What does that look like? And now I'm going to create my own plan as to how do I get there, and being okay if that plan looks differently than somebody beside me, or even another family member, or another, for me, colleague, because, you know, we work in the same field. We're all trying this rat race to get to the top, get our degree, get a job afterwards, right? But for me, and I'm a spiritual person, I don't know if you are as well, but, you know, this idea that we all have this purpose that is idiosyncratic, that is our own, that is divinely presented and planted. For me, holding tight to that lets me tune out the noise of get rich quick and green juice and whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Because it's all distraction. Because tuning into your, I'll say your gut, but I don't really know. Like your intuition.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's something that I think we've gotten away from, but it's something that is so needed and necessary as we pursue what our purpose is going to be. So for me, and it's easier said than done, right?
Talk about it.
But for me, it's like, okay, this person over here, $8 million. I don't know what you said, 8 million in a year.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cute. Good for them. And now what am I going to do? So I think that's how I frame it in my head.
I get that though. I get, it's like, what do they say? I think Steve Harvey said it, or Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas said it best. You want to teach somebody how to do something, like, no, actually Steve Harvey said it. He was like, you want to show somebody how to do something, or they want to do the same things that you do. Okay, how you get out and fish in your boat like that, man? How you get out and fish? I'm not gonna give you what I got, but I can teach you how to get it.
Right.
So instead of me giving you, like, let's say if I got 8 fish, I give you 5 of my 8. Now I gotta fish and get more. And next time you're gonna come back and be like, hey, can I get some more? Instead of me teaching you the process and the steps of how to do things in life.
Absolutely.
We want this microwave effect so bad.
Right.
That we get stuff instantaneously versus going through the work, the mud. And it's like, when I tell people, you look at me and you be like, oh man, you got 3 college degrees, you got masters, this, that, and that. What that mean? Like, yeah, I'm not gonna downplay. I will never downplay what I've done, what I've created, and what I've achieved. But to me only, is not enough. So when you sit here and look at me like, oh yeah, because of course, now my next question is probably gonna get into that. But looking at me as a Black man in the mental health field, that's unordinary. It's uncommon. Not just a Black man, but a man, period, because this is a predominantly woman field of work. So once I heard that and I got into it, and I just heard the feedback of, you ain't gonna like this. You ain't gonna want to deal with other people's problems. I mean, for me, I'm here for a reason. I'm here to do something that nobody else wants to do.
Right.
So do I want to hear every day that, you cut your finger?
Oh yeah, because you work with the kiddos.
I work with the kids, yeah. Do I want to hear that every day? Mr. Wright, I cut my finger and then I started crying and I had to call you. Okay, what can we do differently next time?
Right.
But I want it's like, to me, I want people to see the mud that we had to go through to get to where we at. Because Mr. Wright was going to be Dr. Wright until I saw the process. I'm going to congratulate you now because I saw the process.
Yeah.
I saw the paperwork. I was like, I can do this until they hit me with the money. I said, I'm good. Okay? But it's not to say that you can't go out here and achieve everything that you want to.
Yeah.
Based on what society, friends, or family tell you. Because I tell people all the time, not just kids, but everybody that's around you isn't for you.
Oh.
So sometimes you just got to show up and show out. And like I said, recreate a different pattern for your own life to do something different. Like for me, I recreated my own pattern. Revolutionized. Revolutionized my own life for myself and my future family. Right. So working with that, I'm the first person in my family to ever get a college degree.
Okay.
Yes. So, but it wasn't enough for me, right? So I wanted to keep going. I wanted to keep pushing and keep pursuing. So I kept going. I kept doing more. And to me, I'm still not done. I can't sit down until I've achieved what I want to achieve in this life.
Right.
So
I understand that. I feel you.
Yeah, it's like, and I mean, you only get, so they say 24 hours in a day. You sleep 8 hours a day. I don't know who do that, but it ain't me. But you have so much time in one day, and for me to have 24 hours, I still feel like that ain't even enough time.
Right.
I feel like, dang, where's like the time? By the time 12 o'clock get here on a week, any day of the week, the day is over for me because it goes by so fast. Just so fast. But, all right, now, I'm going to try my best again, okay?
Okay.
I'm
here. I'm ready for it. I'm ready
for the stars. Revolutionized.
Boom, mic drop.
Mindset. What does that mean, and how can it be related to what we as mental health professionals do?
Sure. I mean, it really is creating your own path. For me, and as we were talking in the beginning, I think because relating this again back to Black folks specifically, a revolutionized mindset to me is a decolonized mindset. And so when we're talking about this idea of, okay, I can call out of work and not fear these punitive measures, that's decolonized. Because historically, right, Black people were expected to work and work and neglect mental health, neglect personal needs, neglect family tragedies, whatever it may be. Right. But when you're saying, no, I'm going to prioritize myself, that in itself is revolutionary. That in itself is decolonizing. Because it's going against this white supremacist mindset, this white supremacist society, this anti-Black society that's saying, you know what? No, we don't prioritize you. No, we don't see your humanity. No, we don't value your humanity. So for me, a revolutionized mindset is self-love, it's self-compassion, it's seeing my own worth, it's seeing the worth in other people who look like me, and building them up, not competing against them, not pushing them down, because that's, again, what we've been taught over and over and over to do as Black folks. And especially as we enter these white spaces. You're talking about being a mental health professional. I mean, like, 95% of mental health professionals are white.
Yes.
And you get people of color in the field, and it's like, okay, you're pitted against each other, or, you're vying for these fame spots. And it's so much.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
For me, a revolutionized mindset really does mean going back, decolonizing, picking out all these pieces of internalized racism, picking out all these pieces of internalized anti-Blackness that have been so ingrained in us and so ingrained in our work. Like, even as you're talking about, there's not enough hours in the day. I'm like, no, I stop that. If I need to sleep for 12 hours, that's how I'm going to spend my day. Like, there's enough time. I'm really trying, because going back to this idea of having purpose, right? It's like, whatever is for me is for me. I'm going to continue doing what I need to do, and it's going to get done. And I'm not going to, for lack of a better word, be a slave to this capitalist mindset, to this white man's society.
Yeah.
I'm going to do me, and I'm going to trust in myself and God and who I am, that, everything that I want to get done will eventually get done. The impact I want to make in this world will get done.
That is so true. Very true. But
you're like, nah.
No, I completely agree with you. It's just the fact that now, how you tell me there is enough time in the day. It's time to take a break. It's time to sit down. It's time, like, for me, I program myself to not take breaks. I program myself to work until the sun go down and when it come back up. Because it's like, if it's a goal I want to reach, I got to get it.
Sure.
And if sleep is getting in the way, I'm going to cut it out. If food eating is getting in the way, I'm going to cut it out. But it shouldn't be like that. We shouldn't have to do that. We shouldn't have to look at things the way we look at things and say, oh, dang, if I don't get this done, I'm going to stress out. I'm going to get depressed. I might get fired. Then what I'm going to do? Then I got to pay the rent. And then I got my car payment. It's like a whirlwind that just comes at us. And you try to figure out what's next. What can I do next? And that's the mindset I would love for people to get away from.
Sure.
So just it's going to be okay.
Right.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Nobody wants to pay a bill late, but if it's going to be late, it's going to be late. You're going to stress yourself out and like just roll over and get depressed because you can't pay that. Like, hey, give me another month. Okay, that's all you need. Yeah, boom. Like I don't think we fully process what could possibly happen if we just make a phone call, if we just send a text message. It's like the smallest things it takes us to do, we don't want to do. Taking a 5-minute break, because when I tell you, when these case notes come in, oh my goodness, it's like no breaks. Let's just keep going. But then you gotta realize I need to take a break,
right?
Because if I don't take a break, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna go crazy. My butt gonna fall asleep. I won't be able to get like so much run through your mind. So now, this is my last. I wouldn't say this is a question, right?
Okay.
But this is my personal take on some things. Okay. I feel Mr. Wright feels, right? We've already revolutionized the mental health field. I spoke about it earlier. We already did that by bringing men into this field of work.
Okay.
How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about men?
No, how do you feel about men working and bringing a different type of character into the mental health field? I'm
all for it.
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, when we're thinking about diversity, equity, inclusion, like at the very basis, let's have, some diversity of gender representation.
Yes.
Then further than that, intersectionally, identities, Black men, right? Asian men, Latino men, because there's not enough. There's not enough.
At all. And to me, looking at that, like I said, when I came into this, in all honesty, a white man got me into this field. He told me about it. He was like, it's a way we can further help the kids. I said, oh, bet. That's exactly what I want to do. Boom, I hopped into it. Year and a half into it, I went to my first conference at school, and I sat in a room, straight women. Women. They looking at me like, besides the professor, they looking at me like, what you doing in here? And I'm like, oh, I could do this too. Right before it was over, they all fell in love with me because they was like, your voice is so soothing. I can listen to you talk all day long. I feel like you're really in tune and you're actually listening to what I'm saying. You could be my therapist.
Sure.
Oh, that. So that. Okay. I'm made for this. So it's like me looking at not just black men, but men, period, coming into this field, creating a different dynamic. Now, like I said, you ask somebody, they say this is a predominantly woman's field of work. Why does something got to be predominantly a woman's work, predominantly a man's work? Now, I'm not going. There are some things that men can do, women can't do, and women can do, men can't do. We're not gonna go that far today, okay? Because that's a whole nother. Too many people talking about that on TikTok. But bringing men into this field has recreated a different dynamic to allow me myself to work with. Because for me, I was like, I'm just gonna work with boys, straight boys.
I see.
I know how girls are, but getting to it, actually understanding there are young. I primarily work with African Americans, but young black women that don't have father figures in their lives.
Absolutely.
So me coming in and they talking and I get comfortable, they get comfortable, building that rapport with them and getting them to actually understand, like, oh, he here to help.
Right.
Like I thought I wanted a woman, but Mr. Antonio, he get it.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm goofy and I'm a people person. So me connecting with kids on that level, and plus I done been through what y'all done been through. So I know I can connect on that level with y'all. So recreating that to change the whole dynamic of mental health and how people look at therapists, I think is amazing.
I fully support. I agree with you. You know, we talk about corrective emotional experiences as well as kind of what you were getting to.
Okay.
But the idea of, okay, someone can not have a father figure, right?
Yeah.
Or have a negative experience with a man. Then you come in as a male therapist and you're able to present something new. You're able to represent something new. And it's corrective in the sense that, okay, now this person, maybe a young woman, can form a new type of relationship with a male figure that she didn't have before. And so that type of healed relationship, I think, is very necessary. And because there aren't so many men in the field, that doesn't get to happen all the time. So I fully support.
Yes, that's what we're here for. That's what we and we're gonna keep working at it. We just started, but we got a long way to go. Totally. So Ms. Brianna, has been awesome talking to you. You done changed my mind. I'm not gonna keep saying that word because I'm gonna just take that word out of my vocabulary.
Revolutionized.
Yeah, what she said, good people. So, Miss Brianna, 2 pieces of advice that you would give to people today, please.
Oh gosh, just broadly?
Do what you do.
Read books, eat vegetables.
2 pieces of advice. 2 pieces of advice that they can take throughout life other than that.
Sure. Don't listen to the naysayers. Stay true to your purpose. Create the legacy you want to create and do it with intent, do it with passion, do it with purpose, and do it with will. My advice.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So now, y'all heard me say she's a doctor. Put it in stone. Okay. Put it in stone. So,
fun.
Dr. Baker, where can these people find you? Now, I want y'all to know also, she's from North Kakalaki, like your boy. So, you know, we represent.
Right.
I'm from the Bull City. Don't tell nobody that. No,
you just told all your viewers, so I don't know.
I love Durham, but Ms. Baker, Dr. Baker, where can they find you if they need to talk to you, holler at you, get some words of advice and encouragement from you?
Sure. You can follow my social media. I'm on Twitter mostly, so that's at Brianna A. Baker. You can also find me on Instagram at Becoming Dr. Baker, and I also have a YouTube channel called Becoming Dr. Baker.
Ooh, y'all didn't get that? I'm going to put it in there. Make sure everybody tag, check it out. Like I said, you know what? This was an awesome show. Revolutionized. We got it. Mindset. Okay? Got it. Revolutionized mindset. Good people. I appreciate y'all for being here. Dr. Baker, I appreciate you for being here.
Thank you.
People always remember, keep the right mentality.
All right.